The horrible problem that we have with drug abuse throughout the circuit is a very difficult problem for any of us involved. And that includes law enforcement, the attorneys that are involved, the families of the people that are involved, the victims that are involved. I believe that at least half of our cases directly involve drug or alcohol abuse. That is, I think if you look at these statistics, that's fairly accurate. Another 25% of our cases involve theft, embezzlement, or something of a similar nature because people are trying to feed their drug habit. So 50 to 75% of the cases that we have involve drug abuse. And so when I'm sentencing someone who's involved in a drug case, I have many options available. One, essentially let them go home. Two, put them on probation with lenient guidelines. Three, strict guidelines. Four, strict guidelines with random urinalysis so we can test to see if they're using drugs. Another option is to put them on a ankle monitor so we can see where they're going, if they're going to drug areas, if they're going to bars where they're not supposed to be. And then the next step from that would be, house arrest with an ankle monitor. That would be very strict. The next step would be to send them off to the state prison system. So my policy is to try to fit the person to the situation that will most benefit them. And when I place these people on probation, I tell them, and I tell their families, I tell them up front, I say, look, half of the people that I place on felony probation make a mistake while they're on probation. And they come back before me within 6 months or a year, and they go off to prison. So this is your opportunity not to send yourself to prison. Stay away from the drugs, get yourself a job, straighten up your life. I warn them as much as I can, and I tell them it's 50-50, and they better work hard. And all too often, they come back, and they do end up going to prison for some period of time. And it's heartbreaking for me, and it's heartbreaking for the families. I do that the second Monday of each month, and that's the day that I least like, is coming in and saying, this didn't work for you, and I'm sorry, you're going off to prison. But when they get to that stage, they need to be out of the drug culture. They need to be out of the public's eye, and it's just simply the best solution to a difficult situation. I've learned in living in the area and practicing law in the area and being a judge in the area that each community is different. My home city of Port St. Joe has a certain personality. It has a certain criminal element, if you will, and then another community has a different personality and a different set of criminal problems. It varies considerably. Some areas there's more cocaine use. Some areas there's more meth use. There's more meth manufacturers. Some areas there's more marijuana, and each community is different. Each county is different, and the approach taken by different probation officers is different. The approach taken by the sheriffs, and all of our sheriffs do a good job, and I respect each one of them, is different in how they approach these counties. We have 6 counties, and we have several cities in each county, and several communities in each county. So it's quite a diverse group of people that we deal with. One of the issues that troubles me greatly is that in Bay County we have about 30 deaths per year from DUI, driving while intoxicated, driving under the influence, drivers or pedestrians or bicyclists. 30 people in Bay County a year, which is a horrible problem. There are another 10 or so in the other counties. So that's around 40 people a year that are killed because of alcohol abuse. We also have a lower number, but a considerable number of people. It's about 20 in Bay County and about 30 in the entire circuit of people that die as a result of unintended drug abuse. People that are abusing drugs and not intending to commit suicide. These are people that are simply drug abusers that make a mistake and end up killing themselves. So if you add all those together, for our circuit, we have over 50 people a year that die from drug and alcohol abuse. And that's a person a week, which is unacceptable. And that is one of the problems that I am going to continue to work with and continue to try to find solutions for the people that have those problems, whether it be rehabilitation or prison. And I have talked with some of the sheriffs about meeting with them and seeing if we can't all get together and figure out something we could do to help lessen this problem that we have.